episode in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and the next episode in the saga, Star Wars Episode VIII, The Last Jedi. In this episode, Rey develops her newly discovered abilities with the guidance of Luke Skywalker, reprised by Mark Hamill, who did a stunning job in this movie, who is unsettled by the strength of her powers. Meanwhile, the Resistance prepares to do battle with the First Order. Quite a short synopsis, but still, not enough to call it crud or anything. Now, before I get started, I noticed that although the critics like myself loved this movie, it earned like a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way, I noticed that the audience side of things did not appreciate this movie at all. And it really breaks my heart for that, because although it does have a couple scenes in this movie that didn't fit the Star Wars universe, at least it's entertaining to look at. I mean, some of you would disagree with me, which I'm sure you will, but I don't care. It's Star Wars. It doesn't have to make sense unless it's played out perfectly, and it was played out perfectly. Let's start with the CGI in this movie. It always looks great. And do you know what's awesome about this movie? I'm glad that they made the decision to make one character in this movie, which I won't spoil who he is, but you guys might know him if you saw The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, duh, who doesn't? But he wasn't CGI like he was in the prequels. He was practical in this movie. But still, that was an amazing return from one of the most beloved characters in the Star Wars universe. Great job. Also, the camera work and cinematography was extremely well done. I mean, the way it was shot, even the whole casino scene, I know, but it was done really well. I mean, some of you would complain about that, but I thought it was well shot. Also, for the character development articulation, a lot of people were complaining about the romance between Finn and a new character named Rose, played by Kelly Marie Tran. But you know what? I personally thought it was well executed. Like in the scene where Finn sacrifices himself but then gets derailed by Rose, I thought it was relieving. Again, some of you would disagree, but I thought it was relief. Don't you dare kill off Finn. He's awesome. I don't care what anybody says about him. For the Star Wars haters out there, go back to watching the original trilogy. If you hate this movie, that's fine, but why are you going at other people for liking it? Is it because your childhood was destroyed? Were you damaged? Either way, not to seem mean or disrespectful or anything, but maybe you just hit puberty and downgraded your emotional state like an Inside Out or something. So please, everybody's entitled to their own, even my own opinions. I mean, sure, the humor didn't work in some parts, but I thought they were passable. But Rian Johnson, man, did he do awesome with the direction. Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, Mark Hamill, everybody did an awesome job. I mean, the one character I would love to spend more screen time with would probably be Maz Kanata, played by Lupita Nyong'o. That part sucked, I'll admit. She wasn't in the movie that much, and it did kind of scratch my head a little bit. But still, the story and plotline was an amazing recovery from this film. It definitely felt like a compilation of the original trilogy combined into one, which felt very new. I thought it was phenomenal. In the end, Star Wars The Last Jedi had a couple parts in the movie that didn't fit, but the developers completely made up for it by showing us spectacular CG blended in with practical effects like they did in The Force Awakens. Great acting, great characters, entertaining story, and most of all, well shot cinematography. So as a result, I rate The Last Jedi a solid 5 out of 5 stars. Again, if you hate this movie, take it only upon yourselves. But like I said in my review of Arrival, bashing at other people for liking or disliking something is very upsetting to both me and other people. Opinions are opinions. We make them, and then we move on. So Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Have you seen it? If you haven't, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Is it good? Is it bad? Answers down below, please. But if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. Also, as you saw at the beginning of this video, to show even more support, why not donate to my Patreon account? Links in the description below. That helps out a whole lot for both my channel as well as my review. But until then, I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you all. Peace out.